Do you know what's similar between trading and training your apps? You will burn out if you don't ready for the distance. Why did I find this similarity in the first place? I prepared some notes to explain you the topic of the video smoothly and faster. Once when I was training apps, I asked myself why people don't have apps. And I started brainstorming, and is it because they're lazy? Probably not. Is it because they are not consistent? Yes. And what is that part of the consistency? Is it habit? Yes, but this only the small part of the answer. And the full answer is identity. It has to become part of your identity, part of you. Everybody's heard about that you need at least 21 days of consistent action to build a habit. That's true. But brain doesn't give a shit about those days. It only cares about one thing. Is this part of your identity or not? Do you train your apps every day at specific time? Do you journal your mistakes on specific days of the week for a long period of time? And why do I keep emphasizing a long period of time? Because your brain understands repeated action best over a long stretch. After a few weeks or months, your brain stops seeing the difference between the person of who didn't want to train and the new prime version for whom training is simply part of the day, part of the life. And one of the biggest mistakes people make is watching motivational video, train hard for a few days, even maybe for one day, then skipping a few sessions, and then quit. They go a while without thinking about it. They randomly remember, watch some influencer, something on YouTube, something on TV, whatever. They remember it, watch more motivation, and you know what? They're repeating the same exact mistake. A repeatable loop. And that's the introduction to distance. You will burn out if you are not ready for the distance. Start with small actions, but do them every single day. For apps, 10 minutes a day, and watch for your diet, watch what's in your fridge. For trading, build a system, understand charts by sitting in front of the screen, make mistakes, write them down, work through them, and try not to repeat them in the next day. Of course, you will sometimes repeat them, but write it down once more. Repeat this process. And I know that sounds boring, stupidly boring. No impressive level ups, no dramatic progress. But it works. Constant repetition carries conviction. Constant repetition becomes part of you. And the smoother the change, the deeper it locks into your identity. For example, you wake up, you go to the charts, you see the opportunity, you build the plan, pros and cons, and then you enter in the position. And you got stopped out. Right, it's part of the game. Then that same evening, once you calm, you write everything down. You write in Notion what was your plan. You try to analyze and make some conclusions and what you need to master. And asking those specific questions. What's the problem? What I can to improve? And by looking at just one day like that, compared to the whole journey, it feels so small and you don't even want to continue. Because what is this? It's boring and but the real progress lives inside those small steps. You just have to accept it internally and prepare for the journey. And I promise you, you will start loving it. You will start loving the process once you do it consistently. And let's close the philosophical topic and go to the practical. First one, set a goal. It could be whatever goal, some subscribers or some content plan, become consistent, profitable, and to have the nice shape in the gym. Second one, break it into smaller steps. Third one, break those into even smaller steps. So you understand, we creating something like in game. Just to pass the first part of the game, you need to pass 100 levels. And for us, like for human beings, oh my god, it's 100 levels. And what the authors of the games or just creators of the games doing, they divide in these 100 levels to the smaller one blocks, and these blocks even to a smaller one. And that's why when we actually passing from that 100 levels, the first level, the second level, we having this small dopamine, and we are constantly wanting to go for more, move on. So that's why we need to break those smaller tasks even to smaller one. Then 4, start without thinking about the huge goal, because this could be demotivate you. If we were starting the game and only thinking about the level 100, we would start it, we see that, oh my god, it took me 2 days to pass the level 1. How much I will waste my time to get to the 100 level? Don't think about it. The 5, repeat for at least a month until the action becomes part of your identity. And here is this shifting of your identity, where you don't even recognize where is that click, where you, the person who didn't want to do that, became the person who just do it. And you don't have the answer of why you do that. You actually know the answer, but you don't ask yourself. You don't try to convince yourself. You just do it. You just simply do it because you have that habit. You have that identity. And the 6, don't tilt if you skip a day. The next day, just do what your new identity does, right? Everybody skips days. Nobody is perfect. So, okay, accept it and move on. And never try to repeat the bad day twice, because you will create the new habit of not finishing the work. And more specific to trading, the goal, of course, is to become profitable. And the next steps depends from what stage are you right now. If you are a beginner, pick a few people from the YouTube, find the approach you connect with the most, and pay for that knowledge to grow faster. Can you do that without paying? Of course, but with the right teacher, you will grow significantly faster. If you have been here for a few years and you still struggle, you have a specific problem. Either your strategy sucks and you just trade bullshit, either you have some internal identity demons that you didn't understand how to fix, or you don't even know is it the first problem or is the second problem. So you just need an independent opinion on what's going on and what's wrong. You could use the whatever AI, Gemini, Cloud, it doesn't matter. And the next stage for trading, journal. Work with your journal and learn how to work with your journal, because it's really important. I'm trading for 2.5 years, and only 8-9 months ago I started journaling intentionally to grow. And you know what? That's when it started clicking. Not in the first months, it is slowly grow, and right now I'm still growing, and it feels like I started trading like 9 months ago. So what I was doing for that period of time before that, I actually studying, I learning, but the growth if I can compare it, is way more better. Ask specific questions about your training. Repeat 3 weeks, and if you still don't see the progress, change the questions, change how you work with your journal, and try to dig it until it click. Notice what I just did. I didn't give you the fish, I gave you the fishing rod that you can feed yourself by your own. And conclusion, to be ready for the distance, you need to change your identity. To change your identity, you need to repeat consistent actions over time, weeks, months. And to sustain those actions, you have to be smart. Break them into smaller tasks and focus only on the next step, not the whole goal. That's the key to distance. That's the key to winning in any field of your life. Train apps 10-15 minutes every day for 6 months and watch your diet, you will have results. Do what I said about trading. Accept the time it takes. Accept the process, and you will fall in love with it. You won't even notice the moment you became profitable, I assure you. And one last thing, everybody loves the examples. Right now, I'm adding into my routine daily posting TikToks. And I tried this not once, not twice, and not maybe even 10 times. I started a few YouTube channels. I started a lot of TikToks, really a lot of TikToks. I started a few Instagram pages. And there was even the real situations from life where I was going to the barber and she's like telling me, oh, I watched your new TikTok account. And she said to me it for a few times when I was making my cut. A few fucking times. And of course, it was the pattern. It was the pattern of burning out. It was the pattern of big ambitions that not stacks with a lot of work, because I actually worked small and weren't a lot. So how it works? It's not fucking works. These big expectations and small actions that will lead to inevitable failure, as I said. So this time I'm structuring it, and the first week I am making for 1 TikTok per day. The next week I'm doing 2 TikToks per day, and I just want to go to the 5 TikToks per day at my goal. So for some people it could be easy. For me, I need a slow shift in my identity until I don't even notice that this has become the part of me, the part of my life, and I'm just taking my phone and making the content. Follow me to watch, can I do this consistently? And watch my other videos. Godspeed. Wow.